Now there might be those of you who have been waiting an age for me to do some shell scripting, some bash or shell or sh, I don't know whether you want to call it. Shell scripting, you've probably been waiting an age, all 0 of you, or maybe 1 of you, I don't know. I think somebody might want this. And I haven't really done any shell scripting, to be honest. I've sort of dabbled in it to do, I think I did a test on, I made literally a shell script to run some sort of bizarre test on a terminal. You might remember that for Xterm and Virtual Terminal, Linux Virtual Terminal, whatever. And so after 33 or 4 videos, finally we're going to do some actual shell scripting. What this channel is really all about is using bash, using shell, making things happen on the command line. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, we're finally going to get round to it. So what are we going to make? What little program, what little shell script are we going to make on the command line in our terminal, whatever you want to call it? Just look up shell scripting, you'll give you an idea. It's basically making a little program. If you know nothing about it, it's basically making a little program. Yes, bash is a programming language. I know that hurts some people. I don't know why, developers mainly, who sit in cafes sipping lattes maybe, I don't know. It is Turing complete, so it's a programming, but it doesn't really matter. All this is about is having the tools that you need. Make your own tools, make what works for you, make your system unique to you. Okay, that's what this channel is really about. It's about you. It's not about me. It's about you having the tools you need to make what you need. Okay, I've gone on far too long. You're already switching off, I can tell. So for all 1 of you who wanted a bash and shell scripting video, here it is. And we're going to make a nice little one here. So as you can see, if you look at the screen, I am in my virtual machine. I am in the TTY. There you go. So this is how I like to run my desktop. So we're going to make our shell script in a desktop, and it's going to work for the Linux terminal. Okay. So what I'm basing it off is, you might be able to see this. This here is from a program or a shell script. Shell script, for those people who get upset about calling bash programming. That is just an updater. Okay, it's like my first shell script tutorial. This is what we're going to do. So a very simple part of this program I use starts an update. Really starts an update in Arch Linux for Pacman. You see me do it all the time on my videos. I update the repositories before I install something. So this is just really shortcutting, automating the process, and also for Yay, the AUR package manager. You can look at my old videos, and let's just get into this, because you know how my intros go. They will go on a long time. So what are we going to do first? First of all, actually, I am going to make a little directory. So I'm going to call it, maybe you should do this too if you're getting into this, make a little directory, mkdir, called, let's call it scripts. There you go. I'm not going to call it programming because that would upset somebody. I'm going to call it scripts. There you go, nothing in there yet. So let's make a file. I'm just going to use Vim, use Nano, or whatever text editor you want to use. And we're going to call this, let's call this updata.sh, okay? So it's important to put .sh on the end. It kind of isn't, but it's just good practice, and this is what we're going to build in, some nice little practice. I'm going to keep this as simple as possible. I'm not going to have too many bells and whistles on this little script I'm making. Just want to get more to the essence. We'll see how we go. But yeah, so there you go. There's the first rule of scripting. Use .sh as your extension. And I would say as well, good practice, because I don't actually make bash scripts. I make shell scripts in .sh. Actually, .sh, you can look up the difference. It just means that they work in all POSIX compliant shells. And again, we'll go into POSIX another time. For this video, it doesn't matter. I think it's just good practice. So we're actually going to do, this means it will work on any computer, although it won't because it's Pacman for Arch, but whatever. We're not worried about that. It's just building good practice. So you do hash, I did set this keyboard, didn't I? Did I? You know what? Yeah, what am I talking about? So yeah, hash bang, this is what it tends to be called, and then bin sh, okay? Now you can do your first thing, which is make this executable. So see this here, it's just a text file. It's not executable. We need to make it executable. So chmod plus x on updater. Now if I do ls, you can see it is an executable file. Okay, now it's not going to do anything because we haven't really done anything with it. So we're going to go back into it. Now we've made it executable, and well, we can just copy this. That'd be boring. I'm just gonna. I mean, I haven't really done much shell scripting and very, very late because I haven't really needed to. Most of TTYSH, this is the program that I made, the script I made. I've never really had to change it for months now. So, should I copy it identically? Nah, let's just get into it. So, what is it we would tend to do, right? So we would let's do an echo. What would it actually look? Cause you can build in like echo statements to test your things. What have I done? Okay, so I've got a case statement under a while loop, whatever, and I'm using the read command. So read takes in your inputs. Okay, so should I do it like this? Oh, let's just do it. I don't want to be too proper. Let's just do it. Let's just do it. So as you can see, read p, and you can. So read p is like prompt. So read command reads an input, creates a variable. Dash p gives you a little prompt. Now you can use echo, whatever. Let's just do it. I don't want to. I'm going to overcomplicate it too much. Enter your selection. Okay. I like prompts as well. I just want to say that right off. I like prompts. Okay. So enter your selection. So what are we actually entering? Okay, echo. You can use echo. You can use printf. But if I get into printf, we've got to do all the things that printf does. I prefer printf, but we're just going to use echo. We can tidy this up in another video in the future. Is your computer connected to a power cable? And we just have it like that. I use echo as well because it's just easier in this instance. It will just create a new line. You probably have no idea what I'm talking about. So is your computer connected to a power cable? Reason being, when you update, you should be connected to a power cable like this, in case you have a power outage and your battery runs low and it doesn't finish updating. You have to go into your hard drive, so to speak, and fix the broken packages, whatever. This is riveting, isn't it? I'm under pressure here. I'm actually recording and doing scripting. I don't know, maybe I'll get used to doing it on video, whatever. Enter your selection. Okay, so what's this going to be called? I'm just calling it upick, so updater pick. So that's the name of the variable. We're going to put this in a case statement. So case, we're going to with case statements, case statement is just reading your input, and if the input matches your selection you've got in your case statement, it will run what comes after that selection. You'll see how it works. So upick, okay? Now, the reason we're doing this is you should put your variables. So upick here is a variable. Okay, can you see that? Upick is a variable. Case is reading this variable. Put your ready-made variables in a dollar, a quotation for safety, inferior dollar. You can look all this stuff up. We can go in the future, but we're just making. This is the Fisher-Price first bash script, shell script. Okay, so I think that's the syntax for it. Yeah. Oh, doing good. And you can this is just good practice. So do ESAC, okay? And ESAC is just closing the case statement. So everything between the case statements, so between case and ESAC's your case statement, you have to close it off. Like you would in programming, normal program, you'd have your, what am I doing? You would have your things for functions and whatever, and you'd open and close them like this, whatever. You do that in Shell and Bash for functions. We will get into functions in future. I like functions. I like case statements. I like while loops. I like it all. It's fantastic. Okay, so let's keep on track. So what would we have? We'll have yes. Now you can indent. It doesn't literally matter. And of course, no. Okay. Oh, I really need to sort out my Vim configuration. Maybe I should have done that in a video first. My bad. Whatever. Okay, so yes, echo. So we're just going to put in little echo things just to show you what would happen. Running updates. Okay. And then, so if you said no, you should plug in your power cable. Okay. And then we can exit the program. Exit 1. Exit 1? I don't know. Exit. So again, exit codes are their own thing. Is it 1, 2, 3? I can't even remember. I can't remember. I actually, ironically, before this channel is as it is now, I did do some videos on exit codes. I've deleted all those videos. I'm not going to get into it. Maybe I will one day. I can't remember exit codes because I just haven't had to worry about these things. Maybe we should do a man exit. Do a man exit. Sounds wrong. Do help exit. It will tell you what exit codes are. We're just going to do exit. I'm sure I'm just going mad. 1 is like a correct. It's ended correctly. A correct exit. 2 is an error. I mean, this is deliberate behavior, so this is good. So anyway, I'm just going to call it exit 1. This is for like logging or whatever. Okay. So, and what else should we do? Oh yeah, of course. Now, between your case statements, you need to put 2 semicolons, okay? After, oh, I want to do that. After your selection. Okay, that just again closes out that selection. So, is this going to work? I don't know. It's going so well. Let's just run it. So to run a script, so make sure you're in. It's easiest just to be in. You can put this in different folders and have your environment variables to pick up what's in the command. I can't even remember. You can set like environment variables that. I said, why am I having to explain all this stuff? I'm not even going to explain all this stuff. It doesn't matter right now. So just do that. Do that. So is your computer connected to a power cable? No. Plug in your power cable. Exited the script. Lovely. Okay. Let's run it again. Is your computer connected to a power cable? Yes. Running updates. Okay, so we've got those 2 options. They literally work. It's not the prettiest, but we don't care about that. We just want to run it. We're going to tidy this up at a later date. I know, riveting, isn't it? So what else? That's really it. I will put in a nice little asterisk. Asterisk here, and then there you go, asterisk like that. I think that's right, isn't it? Yeah. So all that does is, so if we run this script again for a case statement, if I enter G, as you can see, that's not done what I wanted it to do. Why is it not done? Do I need to put in a while loop? Basically, it's any character that doesn't match the character in the case statement. Okay, so if I don't do Y or N, it should go back to the beginning. Maybe that's because it's not in a while loop. Should I put it in a while loop? I'm going to put it in a while loop. So a while loop is, where should I do it after? How do I do it? No. So before the read, of course, yeah, because we want to take new input. So a while loop is while something is either true or false or whatever is the test statement. So between these brackets, 1 just means good. Okay, so if I did 0 would be it's like binary. I don't know. I should have done my research. I can't remember. Anyway, we're just going to say while 1. So while 1 is true, sorry, true and false like binary, 1, 0. While 1, that means true. It's an arbitrary thing, I know, but I like it because while it's true, do. So this is the syntax. I guess you can indent this if you want, but it doesn't really matter. I'll leave stylistic choices up to you. Maybe I will look at this again. I mean, case statement maybe should be indented again. Doesn't matter. So with while statements, you close it with done. So that is your last thing, because the case statement is it within the while loop. Okay, does that make sense? I don't know. So the only thing now is if I do yes, it's not gonna break out the while loop. So we got to put in break. You can put in exit, I guess, but break is the correct way, really. That's how you break out. Okay, we're going to break out. And no is exiting, because we're exiting because you need to plug in your power cable. Break is breaking. Again, you can put exit. It doesn't matter. There's also another thing that breaks out of what's it called? Functions and stuff. Again, we're not going to get into that. Anyway, let's just run with this. Again, these things don't really matter. This is what I mean. So I'm going to put in the wrong character. See, so it's saying enter your selection. So you can't put in the wrong character. You have to put in the right character. Perfect. So if I do yes, running updates. Okay, so we've got it all basically nicely set up. So I'm also going to put make this a bit tidier. I'm just going to put that there. So if I do this, run it again. Ooh. So yeah, you've got to use, sorry, just probably an explanation. You've got to use /update. I'm not going to go into why that matters. Just do it. Just do it, okay? There we go. Looks a bit nicer. Does it? I don't know. Right. And of course you can use clear screen or whatever. So there we go. We know we've got a case statement that works, runs in the while loop. If you put in the wrong character, it will ask for a new input. If you put in the right input, it will run the command, it will exit or break out of the loop and exit, or just exit. Okay, perfect. See, look at this. Magic. This is magic. Thing with Bash and Shell is just play around, break things, run it in a virtual machine, test stuff. That's all you've got to do. It's not actually that complicated. It is programming, okay? But it doesn't, again, it's not a big deal. It's just stuff. Just like all things, just break it and test it. Don't break your machine. Well, break your machine. Don't worry about these things. Just have backups or use virtual machines. Okay, so running updates. So I'm going to leave that there. That's fine. You can use ... whatever you want. So we're going to have sudo pacman, of course. So this is the command I want it to run. SYU. Okay. Once it's finished that, it's going to break out of the program. Now, if no, then we're going to leave that. That's fine. Now the other thing is we've also got, as I've got here, yay SUA, and that is our AUR package manager. So I'm going to put in yay capital S dash capital SUA. SUA means it's only going to update yay packages. The thing with yay, it will update pacman. Or it will run the pacman command as well, if that makes sense. Don't put sudo in front of yay, bad practice. Bad things might happen, just use yay-SUA. It's because all of the yay packages should, or all the packages from the AR should sit in the user directory. So you don't need to run sudo, basically, I think. Anyway, that's how we're going to do it. Okay, so let's put another thing, echo. Let's have running yay updates, okay? So we're going to make this a little bit nicer. Okay, and then running pacman updates. Ooh, why am I duplicating this? Running pacman updates. Okay, let's do it. So run the script. So I'm going to hit yes. So I need to put my password, obviously. Again, you can automate this kind of stuff. So as you can see, look, it's running. No updates on there. Nothing to do on AUR either. Perfect. How good is that? There you go. First bash script. So just run this. Here you go. You don't have to type out. Pacman, sudo pacman. It's all automated. You just have to use /tab yeah, and yes, or Y, and enter. There you go. There's a few less characters you have to do, or you could put this in a cron job, or I'm not going to go into cron, but cron is like an automated system. But this is really just to demonstrate shell bash gives you your first look. You've learned a while loop, you learned a case statement, and you've learned how to make a bash script. There you go. How good is that? In 20 minutes, is it? Right, that's it. Do your fake YouTube, like, subscribe, comment, whatever. Was that useful to you? I don't know. We're going to be doing lots of bash scripting, shell scripting, sorry. We are going to be POSIX compliant. I'll look into all this probably, we'll make little videos. We'll clean up our little shell scripts. If you ever want to look at TTYSH, the shell script I made, the program I made, this is just a little section of it. You can search it. It's on GitHub. I'm not actually going to give you the link because I don't really want people to run it, and I'm not trying to be, oh, my precious thing. It's because the configuration for it isn't quite right. So if you ever ran it, the configuration's a bit of a mess, and I don't want to be responsible. So here's a public warning: do not run TTYSH. But look at the code, whatever. Maybe we'll fix it one day. Maybe I'll do a Patreon and fix it, whatever. Okay, this has gone on far too long. So there you go, your first bash script, shell script. Well done, congratulations.